Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Tuesday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early. It's 3:30 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, I'm fired up about this video today. I want to talk about Brittney Griner, and there's a link down below from Media Matters, I believe. And there's a lot of, pretty much every right-wing outlet is attacking Brittney Griner, saying that she's playing the race card, or the black lesbian millionaire race card. And I got a huge issue with this. Before I get into that, I want to talk briefly about yesterday's video. I did what I considered, it was a piece of art, where I'm blowing a vape cloud. And I took a lot of time selecting the music, Jimi Hendrix Voodoo Child. And I took a lot of time to slow down the video where the guitar riff jumped in. And I was proud of it. I wanted to elicit a feeling in anybody that watched it. I'll tell you why in a second. All right. And YouTube had a problem with this. YouTube took it down, will not show the video. So I reposted the video without the music, which sucks because the music was a huge part of the feeling. Okay. I got a link. I went back and put a link to Instagram. Now, this link to Instagram, I had to copy the video like 3 times, so it's not as good. I think it might be on Reddit too. It kind of destroyed the whole moment. The reason I made this video was not to glorify drugs or anything like that. The reason I made this video, when I do videos like this and I talk about the feeling, why I was lured to drugs, but especially heroin, when I do videos like this, I get comments from other drug people that are using and people in recovery saying, dude, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know, same thing with me. Every time. When I make a connection like this, it solidifies a trust between me and other people. So then when I start talking about recovery, and people tend more to know that to believe I know what I'm talking about, to trust me when I start talking about how recovery is possible. When I make that connection, like, dude, I went through the same thing. I was pulled into the drugs the same way you were, and I got out of drugs, and you could do it too. If I could get pulled in, we could get pulled in the same way, we can get pulled out the same way. That is the point of that video. But anyway, YouTube, thanks YouTube. They took it down. No copyright strikes, but they won't. I had no idea. I played like 8 seconds of Voodoo Child, and there's a big stink about the copyright. So thanks YouTube for ruining my moment, my artwork, for crapping on my artwork. I hope I can say that. All right, enough about that. I haven't even checked the views on it yet, but I've been hearing the notifications go off all night on my computer, my phone, so I think it might have gotten some views. All right, Brittney Griner. Okay, the right wing is jumping all over her because back in 2020, she didn't want. She protested. She talked about not playing the national anthem at WNBA events, I believe it was, taking a knee. Protests against police brutality against African Americans, that kind of thing, and it's still going on today. It doesn't matter that the administration changed. If you go back just here in New Haven, there's a huge story. Roy Cox, I'm sorry, I can't remember his name right now. In New Haven, if you go back about a week, a black man was taken in. He had a gun, ran from the cops, and he's put in the back of the paddy wagon. Now, there's all seatbelts in the back of these New Haven paddy wagons. None of them were used on him. And he was making a lot of noise. He was banging in the back of the paddy wagon and all this other stuff. And all of a sudden, go figure, the cop had to slam on his brakes and do a brake job. And he went, the passenger, the prisoner went flying. And apparently broke his back or his neck, because he's permanently, partially paralyzed now. Slammed headfirst into the back wall of the police van. This isn't what America's about. I can't believe, and then on top of that, they drag him, he can't move. He couldn't move. They pick up his arm, it drops, he's paralyzed. They pay no attention to that and drag him. There's video of this. Drag him by his arms and throw him into the cell. No medical attention. The man is obviously paralyzed, probably broke his neck. Nothing. Not a spine board, not a neck brace, nothing. They just almost go out of their way to rough him up a little more, and now he's permanently paralyzed. I can't help to think that that not all people would have been treated in this fashion. And so it's still going on today. I agree with this. I took a knee when I saw the Stop the Steal rally. If you go back to November, the end of November, 2020, I took a knee. I saw a rally, a Stop the Steal rally. I went in by myself into the middle of it and took a knee because I was sick of these people trying to overthrow democracy. When you love something and you see something wrong with it, something that is going to take away from its greatness, you try to fix it. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of interventions. When a mother sees her son's on drugs, now you can either enable him and kill him with love, which is kind of what I equal these right-wing groups to doing. Just ignoring any bad points in America and waving the flag, and America's the greatest nation, greatest country in the world. There's nothing wrong with that. How dare you say anything bad about America? When you love something, you want it to be the best. All throughout this nation's history, people have protested to make the country better. It could always be better. Nothing is ever at its best. There's always a higher level you can go to, and you do that when you love something. It's not because you despise something. Some of the people that are criticizing Brittney Griner are Donald Trump Jr. Says she's playing the race card. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Brittney Griner is only written once, I think, on the 4th of July to Joe Biden, and there's nothing I heard her say about race, about sexuality, or about being a millionaire, because they're all saying because she's a black lesbian millionaire, she's getting special attention. They're all saying she's Patriot Takes says she's playing the race card. Epoch Times says maybe she'll enjoy American freedom a little more. And I just think about that. Will she enjoy being stopped by the police? 75% more than say a white woman. Will she enjoy that too? Let's talk about her. Why she wanted to protest? Why she talked about national anthem? Because she believed the country could be better. It's not that she despised it. The reason I took a knee is because I saw people that I felt were trying to overthrow democracy, and I was sick of hearing it. And, my love of the country. The reason she's being held is because of her fame. If she wasn't famous, if it was me, if I went to Russia and I got caught with the same thing, you wouldn't hear anything about it. And chances are I probably would have been beaten a few times and let go, because nobody would really care that much. There wouldn't be that much hubbub about it. But as soon as she got caught with this, of course Russia thought, we got a card here. We got something we could play. It's Russia that's playing the card. And it's about capturing a famous American, really. A very standout American. She gets accused either way. When she's taking a knee and trying to make her country better, she gets accused of being un-American. When she goes there and gets caught, she's actually getting in trouble because she is American. She is an American. She's getting in more trouble because she is an American. She's getting screwed coming and going on all these counts, on her having some wealth, on her sexuality. She gets screwed here in America, and then she gets screwed when she goes and gets caught with a vape cartridge, or just innocently packs a vape cartridge and goes into Russia. Because now they're using these things against her to hold America hostage, really, to get America's attention. Brittney Griner is the one being played coming and going in this case. Not once have I heard her say anything about race. So this playing the race card thing, no. And in this very, very small way, being part Native American, I can kind of understand what she's saying. You think of the Trail of Tears and how the country took away Native American kids and forced them to forget their language, their heritage, to dress American, to look American, to forget everything Native American, to Americanize them. You think of all these things, and we're all expected to love, to unconditionally love America. When you love something, you try to make it the best it can be. All right, the links will all be down below. You guys Have a great Tuesday.